Hey, welcome Broken World Entertainment. And the next DC flop has just had a trailer. And I say DC flop because it's all meaningless. Because these are all the leftover movies. That movie had a trailer, and it is, of course, Blue Beetle. This movie follows Jamie Reyes this time round, who I believe is the second version of Blue Beetle in the comics. Could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure he's the second version. The trailer, of course, is an incredibly generic, nothing you haven't seen before type trailer. I think it's one of the problems superhero movies are starting to run into. You're starting to see trailers where you're just like, there's nothing new added to it. Half of it looks like it's a CW show. The rest of it completely looks like it's a rip-off of every other type of movie. And I mean literally every other type of movie. From Spider-Man all the way up to Mission Impossible. So we won't show it because there's music, hip-hop music in it that you'll get hit with copyright. That's the other part. What the hell is going on with all these superhero trailers with hip-hop music? But there's a few things with this trailer that a lot of people are kind of looking at and saying there's a lot of people who don't seem to mind the trailer. There's a lot of people who think it looks absolutely garbage. I'm in the mindset of I think it just looks meh. You know, it's one of those, I see it and I just couldn't care less. Especially knowing that it's probably going to be going nowhere. Because this is the old regime, not James Gunn and Safran. The one thing I will give it is the effects of the suit when he transforms into Blue Beetle look fine. They actually look decent. It's everything else that looks a bit ugh, especially a fight scene. But the trailer starts off at a mansion and it makes it look like he's a rich boy, and until his friend says Mr. Reyes, and when he turns around, removes the shade, she's like, are you gonna like clean that gum off the chair or what? Yeah, it's not his mansion. He's not a rich boy. He's the pool cleaner. Then he's on top of a rooftop with his best buddy, who just is one of those typical snarky, irritating friends that all these movies and shows seem to be giving people lately. They're always a girl, but they're always just this snarky, quick-witted type idiot. And it's not quick-witted where it's funny. By the way, nothing in this trailer is humorous. It's going for laughs galore. Nothing in this trailer is funny. But they're on a rooftop and he says a line of dialogue which is just stupid. You're like, what? He says, I feel so out of reach. What the hell does that mean? Seriously, what the hell does that mean? Oh. So then he's like gone to college or something in that line where his family seem to be cheering him on. He says something to a passerby. I have no idea what it is he says. It sounds like something like he says they don't speak English or something. He meets an old friend, I think he said Jenny, who gives him a box and tells him under no circumstances open the box. Take it, hide it for her, but under no circumstances open that box. It's meant to be this most powerful suit and piece of technology you've ever seen. She puts it in a cardboard hamburger box from Big Belly Burgers. To which the snarky friend is like, hey, have you not opened it? And of course he opens it and it's the Blue Beetle. And it sticks to his face and he becomes Blue Beetle. And he gets dragged up into the ceiling where it looks like the Spider-Man suit from Infinity War with the spider legs that come out of it. While it's transforming him, it also makes it look like Venom. The thing's a symbiote. The suit looks terrible for the most part. He gets flown out through the ceiling into space. And here's a curious question. He's in space. Like, space. You can see he's well above the atmosphere. He's above the gravity pull of the Earth. As soon as the suit's rockets turn off, he falls back to Earth. How? How does he fall back to Earth? He's in space. You'll just float away. You're not gonna fucking fall back to Earth like your bloody 1,000-pound weight. But he does. And right before he hits the water, these wing things spread and you get what looks like Mission Impossible. When Tom Cruise in the very first movie is hanging from the roof. You know, when he drops and he's about to hit the sensor. You get that scene. Then we just get a bunch of generic crap. He cuts a bus in half. It's supposed to be funny. He tells his family he's pretty sure he cuts a bus in half. Then we get a terrible fight scene, which is where the effects really look dodgy. Then we get like a Final Fantasy rip-off with a big sword that's also in the style of Power Rangers. We see the villain. If you didn't think Helen Moran was too bad, well, get ready for your next 60-something-year-old villain in one and only Susan Sarandon. Yay. Susan Sarandon is the villain of this movie. At least she's the villain they're advertising. But then we get to the end. And the end is what's gotten everybody up in arms and has pissed everyone off. So much so that the director has come out and laughed it off with joy, saying because fans are pissed off, he's done his job. I shit you not, that's what he said. When they're in some room with like a Black Panther Wakanda shield, that's also very reminiscent of the shields the Gungans had in Phantom Menace. And Jamie Reyes says, it's kind of like Batman stuff, to which George Lopez's Uncle Rudy replies, Batman is a fascist. I shit you not, that is what he says. He turns and says, Batman is a fascist. Are you fucking kidding me? And so, people have been reacting incredibly negative to that moment. But what's funny is, Geeks and Gamers did a live video with Ryan Cannell from RK Opus and Jeremy Griggs. And Ryan showed Jeremy the trailer. And they broke that part down, and Ryan gave out about that line. He was like telling him, fuck off. You know, you're putting that line in there for a 1% audience that doesn't exist. They don't go see your movies. They don't buy your comic books. They're just blue-haired Landwell idiots. Someone tweeted that clip and wrote, if this is what it makes these people do and lose their minds over a line like that, we want more. And the director responded by having a meme saying, my work here is done, and laughing emojis. Because that's a great way to kick your movie trailer off, with the director coming out and alienating the goddamn fans you want to go and see your movie. Because when no one goes to see this movie, and it fucking tanks, probably worse than Shazam Fury of the Gods, us, the fans, the paying customer, our work here will be done. Batman is a fascist. Get the fuck out of here. So there you go. A new DC trailer that's trash. Looks like something out of CW. Completely unfunny. Okay, special effects at the beginning. Falls off a cliff by the end. And has a line of dialogue of Batman is a fascist. And apparently, by the way, they've also confirmed that no, that is not played as a joke. Yeah. I guess the only thing left to say about Blue Beetle is fuck Blue Beetle. And with that, I'll leave it there for this one. Cheers, and I'll catch you in the next one.